welcome back to another one of my cryptocurrency videos. I just want to say I hope everyone had a really good Christmas, and today as always I'll be covering Vechain. So we're starting off on the weekly time frame because we had the weekly close yesterday, and we have closed well above this weekly support here because last week we were here and I said I'd really like to see us closing above this in the next week, and we definitely did that. We've also hit the 55 EMA there as well, which is a really good target to hit. So I'm just going to add some fibs on. From swing high to swing low, I'm going to go to this wick here. Lovely. So now we've just hit the 382 on the fib, so we could come back down and kind of range between the 236 and the 382 because that's where that weekly support is. So we could roll back over and see another touch of the weekly support. However, if we break above the 382 and hold that as support, we'll either head to the 20 moving average, maybe then we'll pull back down to the 382 or come back to the 55. And then, of course, if we break that and held that, our next target would be the 0618 here. So it's looking really, really good for Vechain at the moment this week already. I know we've got a long way of the week to go. If we do come back down to this support, also it would make sense because we could be forming like a double bottom before continuation. So also on the weekly, we could invalidate all of this upside because we did have this breakout here of the rising wedge, which is a bearish pattern. So we could just be hitting this and we could roll over. I don't see that happening, but of course I'm going to talk about both sides here. Both sides to every story. So I'm going to go from swing low to swing high this time. So if we do end up rolling over, we could either come back to the 0618 here and then for continuation. That's another level as well. Even though we are doing fibs for the downside, obviously it's still a fib level and it's still a strong fib level. However, of course, if we lost the 0618, we'll be heading to the 1, which does line up with our bearish target here. That is the lowest I do believe we would go. We'd either hit this and wick down to the 1 or hit the 1 and then start, you know, heading back up. However, I don't see us coming all the way back down to here. We could end up coming down maybe to the 0618 again, as I just said. And if we lost that, maybe we could come down to here. But ultimately, the 1 is your target if you do lose the 0618. Alright guys, so I've just moved on to the daily time frame now. And as we can see, really, really great signs on the daily because we've reached every single target of the falling wedge breakout. Falling wedge was here, that's a bullish pattern broken out, retest, and then we've hit this target because we got a high, this target had a high, this target because we had a high here, overshot that target here, and we've just tapped onto the 55 EMA. Another thing is we've broken the 20 moving average and retested that as support, which is fantastic. So we could range between these two now. It's not a bad thing because I would like to see a kind of us relax now and have a healthy pullback. It's a healthy chart. When you have the pullbacks, have a push, pullback. That's what we want to see. So I'm going to add some fibs on now. Let's see where these targets line up with and where we are now. Fabulous. So I've just added some smaller fibs to start with, and as we can see, we've hit our ultimate target here at the 1618 because we broke the 1, retested. We didn't exactly retest the 1, but we did retest the 20 moving average, and we've pushed up above the 1, overshot it slightly, which has then brought us up to the 55. So now, as I said, I would see a pullback maybe down to this level here, which kind of is in between the 1414 and the 1272. So we could come back down to the 1272 and kind of range between here, or range between the 1272 and the 1618 for a little bit before ultimately pushing above the 55 at the 2, probably holding the 2, and then maybe hopefully coming up to the 2414 at the end of that. Okay, and of course, if we did lose the 1.272, we'll probably come down to the 1, lose the 1, come to the 0618, which is still a higher low, so not a huge problem there. I'm going to add some bigger fibs on now because we've hit that target. Now we need the next targets. Because we've hit the 618, now we need the next lot of targets. Just zooming out slightly, so click here, this wick here, high to low, dead on the wick, so I'll bring that a bit closer. Okay, so as you can see, we've tapped another key level of the fibs, which is the 0618. If we break the 0618, we'll be heading to the 1, break the 1, hold the 1 as support, we'll be heading to the 1618. And that brings us to 18 cent, and that is at the top of the falling wedge, as well. So that is the target for that too, so it does line up really, really nicely. So it's great signs for Vechain. Just want to show you one more thing on the 4-hour chart, and then I'll be heading off. So I did already have this drawn out, just to make it a bit easier. So we have this, we had this ascending triangle here, which also lines up great with the 20 moving average. The 20 moving average sort of works as a trend line, because you can see broke below, invalidated a downtrend, broke above, and we're kind of holding that support there, as an uptrend line basically. So now we could end up coming back and seeing a pullback to that. This will probably still be heading up, could be coming back to this target here or in between these two targets. Anyway, so we had this ascending triangle. To find a target, you just measure the breakout on the neckline, drag that over, pop it on the breakout line, and we've hit that target here. So as I said, this pullback is looking likely because we would like to see a comeback of the support and test support of the breakout line basically as support, like I just said like 4 times. I don't know why I repeated myself. However, we could obviously keep going up, but it would just mean we might have a bigger pullback. So hopefully we can come and have a nice healthy pullback to here, in between this section here, following the fibs that I just spoke about. But ultimately it's looking really good for Vechain, guys. I'll keep you updated in the next few days, and yeah, take care. Thanks for watching. And I just want to say, I nearly went without saying, please like the video, comment and subscribe to my channel, and follow me over on Twitter at bitbait_crypto, because I will do updates there if I don't post on YouTube. So yeah, take care guys, bye!